Hello everyone, my name is Mario Martinez, and today, this time, I will be talking about a cultural expression that I think is very, very British, nursery rhymes. A nursery rhyme is a traditional poem or a song for children in Britain. Their origin dates back to the 16th century. They are similar in form to lullabies, which are songs that are used in almost every culture to help children sleep. The first English nursery rhyme collection to be published were Tommy Thumb's Songbook and a sequel, Tommy Thumb's Pretty Songbook, and they were published by Mary Cooper in 1744. Nursery rhymes are sometimes referred to as Mother Goose, as a result of the popularity of John Newbery's compilation of English rhymes, Mother Goose's Melody. Para Cake, Baker's Man is one of the oldest surviving English nursery rhymes. It dates back to the 16th century, and the earliest recorded version of the rhyme appears in Thomas Dorphy's play The Campaigners from 1698. Nursery rhymes from the 17th century include Jack Sprat from 1639, The Grand Old Duke of York from 1642, Lavender's Blue from 1672, and Rain, Rain, Go Away from 1687. In the 18th century, nursery rhymes collections like Tommy Thumb's Songbook and Mother Goose's Melody include, for example, London Bridge, Oranges and Lemons, and Humpty Dumpty. In the early 19th century, printed collections of rhymes began to spread to other countries and were translated to different languages. For instance, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star has a Spanish version that is very, very popular in Mexico. At this same point in history, the 19th century, folklore was an academic study full of research. Famous collections from these times are James Orchard Halliwell's The Nursery Rhymes of England from 1842 and Andrew Lang's The Nursery Rhyme Book from 1897. The early years of the 20th century are notable for the illustrations to children's books, including Randolph Caldecott's Hey Diddle Diddle Picture Book from 1909 and Arthur Rackham's Mother Goose from 1913. Additionally, Iona and Peter Opie, an English married team of folklorists, applied modern techniques to children's literature and summarized it in their studies, the Oxford Dictionary of Nursery Rhymes in 1951. During all the history of nursery rhymes, it has been argued that some of these pieces have hidden meanings or messages. It has been said that they are some kind of coded historical narrative, propaganda, or even protest, and not just simply written for entertainment. An example of this is the famous nursery rhyme, Ba Ba Black Sheep, of which some people affirm that it hides a message against slavery, while others say it is a protest against taxes on wool that existed in the time of its creation. An example of how nursery rhymes have been trying to be interpreted several times is the case of London Bridge is Falling Down, which has been connected to Viking attacks that occurred in the year 1014, where the bridge was destroyed, to the hypothesis that human sacrifices had been carried out to avoid the bridge from falling down, or to an event that occurred in 1633 where the bridge was damaged by fire. Some nursery rhymes have even caused some controversy. For instance, when in 1876, 70-year-old Mary Tyler claimed on Little Evidence that she was the protagonist of the famous song Mary Had a Little Lamb, she said that the rhyme was based on a time when she took her pet lamb to school. Over the years, especially in the late 19th century, there have been several attempts across the world to revise nursery rhymes, along with fairy tales and popular songs, in order to adapt them to young audiences or just to make them socially acceptable. A good example of this revisionism is the nursery rhyme Little Robin Redbreast, which has been changed and edited from its original version. In the original version, instead of wiggle waggle went his tail, it said poop went his hole, where poop refers to flatulence. This practice went so far as to the creation of organizations like the British Society for Nursery Rhyme Reform. Revisionism has been highly criticized on the argument that it weakens their usefulness to both children and adults as ways of symbolically resolving issues and as a catharsis for dealing with violence and danger. Finally, I decided to share with you what I consider as my favorite nursery rhyme, a very peculiar and somewhat dark one, the Solomon Grundy nursery rhyme. It tells the story of a man who is born, lives, dies, and is buried in the course of a week. It reads, Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on Tuesday, married on Wednesday, took ill on Thursday, grew worse on Friday, died on a Saturday, buried on Sunday. That was the end of Solomon Grundy. Thank you very much.